Hi guys, good morning. I'm super excited to be here today because we are doing something new. Some of our users have suggested to us, why don't you do a Facebook live streaming so that we can watch you and ask you questions as you go along. So I decided to respond to that and do that just now. So I've pressed the button on live and I've never done this before, so I hope it's going to work. It's just telling me your connection is weak. So I hope we can still stream that. In any case, I will just go ahead as if this worked. And thank you very much for people who are watching. If you have any questions on anything that I explain or that you would like to know about fashion styling, please let me know. I'm happy to answer anything you want in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good morning, Natalia, hello. Nice to see you. I might just go straight into the request we had so that I can give you some content as we go along. One of our users, Joanna, asked us if I could talk a little bit more about how to dress properly for a pear-shaped. Now, for those who are not familiar with that term, pear-shaped are women that are normally characterized by a lower body that is more pronounced in volume than our upper bodies. So most often that means that these women have slightly wider hips, perhaps stronger legs, and normally these women are not so comfortable emphasizing this area of their body. The good news is, in fashion styling, there is so much we can do about that, and this is exactly what this video is about. So Joanna, I hope you will see this maybe in the post-recording or even live. Let me know if you're here and then I can talk to you directly. I'm saying hello to other people. Hello Petra, I guess this could be Germany or Austria or Switzerland. Thank you very much for tuning in. So the main trick that I would suggest to anyone who is pear-shaped and has slightly wider hips is to go for A-line skirts and A-line dresses. For you to envisage how that looks like, I've put one on today and I will put the camera down so you can see the full view. Again, this is for Valerie, another user who suggests please show us the full view. So that's what I'm doing right now. I will bend this down and go back a little bit. So this is a black A-line shaped skirt. And actually, just a quick note on this skirt, it's one of my favorite skirts of all time. I'm just trying to focus this. Because it has so many things I love in a skirt. First of all, it's high-waisted and it sits right here at the waist where we are the narrowest, so that's definitely an area you want to emphasize. Second, it has pockets, and for any busy woman, I can show you the pockets here, any busy woman will know this feeling, how grateful we are when we can just grab things all over the place and put them in our pockets and not worry about handbags and where we leave them. It's just we put them in a pocket and are good to go. So this is something I find particularly useful in dresses and skirts. So if we have any fashion dressmakers, please, please, please make us more dresses and skirts with pockets. I really love them. And the other thing I really love about this A-line skirt, I don't know if you can see this properly, is that it has a semi-transparent sheer seam. And what that makes is it makes us way more feminine because it reveals a little bit more of our leg without making it too vulgar and without turning it into a mini dress. So this is a very, very nice detail which is particularly suited for office environments. If you work in a more corporate environment and you want to show a little bit more of your leg, a little bit more femininity, but you don't want to turn up in a mini skirt, then these sort of skirts are really useful. They are very feminine, very elegant, and this is another reason why this is one of my favorite skirts. So this is A-line skirt for slightly wider hips. What that does, as you can see hopefully, is it creates a really nice slim silhouette around your waist and then it flares out. And this flare means that you cannot see the curves of your hips because it doesn't go in at the bottom like pencil skirts or other skirts that are more straight. This one flares out and disguises the hips you have underneath. So this is my number one most important tip for girls with a hip. I'm just saying hello to Hanifa. Hello, thanks for joining. Super excited to see you. Again, we've studied together. It's been ages, so thank you very much for tuning in. The second tip I would give you in conjunction with A-line skirts is the combination of colors you wear at the top and at the bottom. The golden rule for girls with hips and stronger legs is to wear tops that are a little bit brighter, lighter and in stronger saturations, or prints, anything that draws attention to your upper body. So a good idea is to keep it very neutral at the bottom, so opt for skirts that are either black or grey or marine blue, if that's a color you like. Olive green is another one that is a kind of a darker, more muted color, not that strong. So keep it rather subtle at the bottom, and then go completely crazy at the top. Go for colors, go for prints, go for anything bold, go for asymmetric lines, go for big cleavages. Anything puff shoulders are an amazing trick to balance out the volume. Just a quick theory for how to style in a more balanced way is you want to achieve to have equal balance at the top of your body, so that's the width of your shoulders and the width of your hips, and then in between we want to have a waist that comes in like an hourglass. So if we have more volume at the bottom around our hips, what we have to do is add more volume at the top of our shoulders in order to balance it out, because obviously we can't just trim our hips, we can't just come with a knife and cut it off. So that's why the trick here is to just add volume at the top to make you look overall more balanced. And a really, really good way to do that is to accentuate your shoulder area. So you can do that with puff sleeves. Another really good way is bandeau tops. So the ones that go from left to right and make you a straight line here. I might, in my next videos, just change on the go and show you these other tops that I'm referring to give you a better visual example. So this is another trick that you can do. The third one I would highly recommend is jewelry. So I've done this here as well. I've paired this A-line skirt with a necklace. I'll come a bit closer, you can see it. And with this necklace, you draw a lot of attention upwards. So again, no one will look at your hips. People will rather look upwards. So that's another good way to distract and draw visual attention upwards. You can see the top I'm wearing is of a really bright color. I'm not sure if you can see it really well. I'm trying to zoom in here a bit more. It's a peachy, orangey color. I think it looks a bit more faded due to the light. But this one is a very high contrast to the black skirt and really draws the attention upwards. So again, if I step back and you can look at the whole ensemble, I wouldn't be surprised if most people who look at me right now concentrate on the upper area of my body. It's particularly also because I'm gesticulating all over the place. But if I stood straight, I think you would agree with me that your eyeballs gravitate more towards my upper body. And this is exactly what we want to achieve when we dress women that are conscious of their lower bodies. We want to draw the attention upwards. So I hope that this is enough tips and tricks for you and for anyone who wants to hide their hips. To recap really quickly, I would say opt definitely for A-line skirts and A-line dresses, so anything that flares out. B, wear lighter and brighter colors at the top, anything that distracts, relatively speaking, to your lower body. And number 3, opt for jewelry that distracts again and draws the attention upwards. I hope that was useful. I'm saying goodbye to everyone who tuned in. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!